Man, that is what I call not just a dominating win, not just a domination of a performance, but an absolute demolition job. We just beat Chelsea 5-0, absolutely battering them from the start to the finish. Now, in the first half, they did have some good moments, but for the most part, we were the better team. We deserved everything we got from it. Maybe got a little bit fortunate as far as goal scoring goes, but we were absolutely clinical. Something I haven't been saying about Arsenal recently. We were so good that this was the Arsenal we saw beat Brighton 3-0. This was the Arsenal we saw beat West Ham 6-0. We have been absolutely outstanding the whole game, from the first minute to the last. From the first 30 seconds, the moment Ben White plays in Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz was slightly offside. But from that moment, you just knew, okay, no, Arsenal are serious, and I'm a little bit worried for Chelsea. If you saw my preview to this game, you would see the title, and I said, this could be tough. And I said that thinking it is going to be a tough game. You know, Chelsea hadn't lost a Premier League game since February 4th, and they are going into a London derby, coming off a decent display losing 1-0 to Man City. So you're thinking to yourself, this is going to be a tough game. Chelsea have nothing to lose. They haven't got any European hopes, realistically anyway. So you're thinking to yourself, this is going to be a tough game. They haven't got anything to lose. We have proven in the past that we can't perform under big pressure. And what bigger pressure than in a big London derby at home? The crowd's up behind it. We just played 2 days ago. What bigger pressure than this game? But we go out and not only put in a professional display where we showed absolute class, even when Chelsea were having their good moments, we were just so good in our defensive shape. And then when we had the ball, we were just passing around them like this was on beginner mode in FIFA. It wasn't just that we had a professional display. It wasn't just that we looked so good and borderline untouchable at times outside of maybe 1 or 2 moments. We were absolutely clinical in the final third. We were absolutely amazing, jaw-droppingly good throughout the whole game. We showed Chelsea what it means to be playing a big team. We absolutely dominated. We destroyed them. And with this, we keep doing our job. And we keep hoping that one day Man City are going to slip up and we will be there to take it if it happens. I'm not saying we're going to win the Premier League again. I say this after every win. But this is another encouraging sign. We're doing our job. We're doing what we have to do to win the Premier League. I'm not saying we're going to win it, but this is what we have to do. We have to win our games and put the pressure on Manchester City. Not to mention Liverpool now play a Merseyside derby, yes, against Everton, and Everton are just in bad form. But they play a Merseyside derby tomorrow. Then on Thursday, Man City play a very tricky game playing Brighton. Again, I'm not saying either of them are going to slip up because I don't think they are, but winning this game the way we did, in the style we did, is so sweet. I mean, to win a London derby against Chelsea is always going to be sweet. It's a big derby. But to go win it 5-0 and absolutely dominate, the scoreline is not flattering, particularly in that second half. I thought in the first half, Chelsea were a better team than they showed that they were in the second half. But in that second half, we started that second half, we could have crumbled. I kept thinking to myself, I mean, Ian Wright said this, I think it was at halftime. He said that if we wait and we wait for Chelsea to hang in the game, anything can happen. That's when we were 1-0 up. And we didn't do that. We came to the second half with a fire under our belly. And we went to go score 4. Kai Havertz scores 2. Ben White scores 2 in the second half after Trossard's opening goal in the first half. Absolutely outstanding performance. Trossard was amazing. I mean, Ben White, arguably my man of the match next to Havertz. I'm going to give it to Havertz just because he scored against Chelsea and he celebrated. That made it oh so much sweeter somehow. Thomas Partey, I thought he was really good at times. He looked like the Thomas Partey of last season. But as much as this hurts to say, Thomas Partey also did show moments of weakness where you could see he hadn't played a lot of football recently. And I don't blame him for that because not many players can only start 2 games since August in the Premier League, which is a mind-blowing stat anyway. But not too many players can only start 2 games since August till now in the Premier League and look that good against Chelsea. I know Chelsea, you could say, are a bad team, but they had only lost 1 game since February 4th in the Premier League. The only 2 games that they had lost since February 4th was against Liverpool and against Man City in cup games. So there's nothing to be ashamed of as far as that goes. But we went to Chelsea. We took the game to them. In the second half particularly, we were so amazing. I mean, our press, we made it so difficult for Chelsea to just have a thought about playing out from the back. Now again, their counterattacks were pretty decent. Nicholas Jackson, again, wasteful as ever, but we were absolutely mind-bogglingly good. Now the thing is, we play Spurs on Sunday, so we do have a short turnaround, but in the past 6 days, we have now played Bayern Munich, right, where we lost 1-0, very disappointing display. We then go play Wolves in Wolverhampton, so Bayern Munich away, Wolves away. we beat Wolves, and then we go play at home in a London derby against a team that hasn't been beaten in the Premier League since February 4th. This Arsenal team is showing something different than we saw last season. I was very nervous after that loss against Bayern Munich because we had just lost against Villa. I was very nervous that this was going to be the same Arsenal team. The same Arsenal team that leads you on, that makes you believe something is possible, and then we crumble. And there's still time to do that. There's still time to crumble, believe me. But the signs are so good right now. After 2 games, traveling games, very tough games, very banana skin type of games, to go travel, not concede a goal, score 7 goals in 2 games in the Premier League, and keep the pressure on Man City. There's nothing more you could have wanted from this performance. And again, this Arsenal team is showing the spirit, the character that we just didn't have last season. All we can hope now is that Brighton do a madness and somehow get all 3 points off Man City. A draw won't really help us all that much. If they can get all 3 points off Man City, that would be absolute world class. Any way that Man City can lose and just slip up, I'll be so happy. But outside of that, outside of Man City, outside of everything around us, Arsenal today, we were so good defensively. Again, I said this all already, but I can't believe what a performance I've just seen. That first half performance was good. Wasn't great, wasn't decent. It was just good. 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10 type of performance. Very controlled first half performance. But that second half performance, we ran rampant. We were absolutely outstanding. That's a 10 out of 10 second half performance. There weren't really many chances Chelsea ever got. Mudryk didn't have a kick of the ball. Enzo was pretty decent. But we were outstanding. I know Chelsea didn't have Cole Palmer. I don't care. We were outstanding. We took our chances. Kai Havertz, so good that he scored not 1 but 2 goals against his former team and celebrated both times. Ben White shanked the ball into the top corner. I don't care. Absolutely outstanding performance from the team. I'm so happy. And now we wait and pray. Everton hopefully can get a win. Give us some space against Liverpool. And then it's all on to Brighton. But hey guys, let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think about the game? What did you guys think about our performance? Who was your man of the match? I'm still undecided. Let me know in the comments below. Please be sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.